Hi, my name is Callie, and this is a visual scrapbook of how my family and I spent our second day in Iceland. Keep watching as we take a loop around the Golden Circle and get up close and personal with the powerful waterfall. And to start off my day, I have a picture of my outfit on the right in the elevator, and then the middle picture is just us driving to the Golden Circle route, and then the left one is what's to come. We also stopped and grabbed some breakfast before we left at Broad & Co. This bakery is known for their cinnamon roll-like rolls, which were really good. We actually went back a couple of different times throughout the week, but this was a really good breakfast, and I highly recommend if you're ever in Reykjavik to stop and get these cinnamon rolls from Broad & Co. As I mentioned, we did a famous scenic driving route in Iceland called the Golden Circle, and along this route you see several different waterfalls and scenic landscape views along the way. This route can take anywhere from 6 to 10 hours to do in a day, as it depends on the season and amount of tourists in the area, as it is only a 2-lane road for the entire route. We were able to complete it about 6 hours in April of 2023. Be aware that Iceland is known for its quick changing weather, and we got to experience that firsthand on our first stop on the Golden Circle. We stopped to try to look at this waterfall. However, as soon as we started getting out of the car, the wind picked up a lot. Are we having fun yet? The wind and rain was so strong that we weren't able to really get out of the car and actually walk around and explore because it was just so strong. So we decided to get back in the car and continue down the road, hoping that the weather would pass pretty quickly, which we unfortunately were wrong about that. So as we continued driving, it cleared up a bit, but we still experienced a lot of on and off raining throughout the day. We managed to stop at another scenic viewpoint right as the rain started picking up again. We did get out and look at this for a little bit. It was these beautiful mossy rock formations, which would have been really cool to see if they had been a bit clearer, but we couldn't see as much because of the mist and rain, but that's okay. We still got a nice view of it. So our next stop was the Geyser Park area of the route. This is a really popular spot to get out and be able to walk around. We actually spent about an hour in this area just walking around. There are 3 to 4 geysers in this area. Only one of them is really very active, and it goes off about every 15 to 20 minutes. You can get a very up-close experience with the geysers and the warm water, so be very careful as not a lot of the area is roped off, so you can easily get burned if you touch the wrong water. And here's the main geyser that goes off every 15 to 20 minutes. You'll see people lining up around it pretty frequently. And like I said, it goes off enough that you see it. If you spend about an hour there, you'll see it several times throughout the hour. There's also this one called Geyser, biggest one in the park. However, it very rarely goes off and it didn't erupt at all while we were there. And then if you go further into the park, you'll notice a trail that winds its way up the hill. And you can actually go to the top of the hill if you take the trail and get a really nice view of the valley below. And we also got really lucky during this time period. This is the only period it didn't rain on us. So for the whole hour, there was no rain, which is really nice, but it is kind of rare. So just be prepared that it does rain a lot unexpectedly, and just don't go expecting clear open skies and beautiful sunlit views. It's pretty rare there. The hike up to the top of the hill probably took about 10 minutes or so. It's not that strenuous of a hike. Some uphill steepness, but not too much that anyone of average health and ability could do. And here I am trying to get a shot of the view with me in it, although I was unsuccessful, but oh well. Settled for a selfie view instead of me walking down the trail. And once we were satisfied with pictures and videos of the view, my dad and I headed back down the hill to meet up with my mom and grandpa again. And then we moved on down the route to a waterfall called Gullfoss. Gullfoss is not the largest waterfall, although it is very big. It is, however, one of the most powerful waterfalls in Iceland. It does have one of the highest water flows through it. And that was pretty clear once we got up close how powerful it was. It's kind of hard to tell in the videos, but there is a lot of water moving very quickly through this falls. And in general, it's just a very pretty view of it. It does have about 2 falls, so it has one small fall and then a larger one that goes down into the canyon. And you can get a view of it from the top from the parking lot, but you can also walk down a trail to the viewing point and get very up close to the water and really just see how powerful and quick moving that water is up close. And that was pretty much the last stop we made on the Golden Circle route. After that, we stopped at a convenience store that was one of the only ones on the route, and we encountered this friendly local dog who was really begging for some food, and it was very hard to resist his methods of begging. And once we made it back to Reykjavik, we got some dinner at the Lebowski bar, and yes, it is themed after the big Lebowski movie, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, we got ice cream for dessert and also stopped at an Irish pub for some beer. And that's how we spent our second full day in Iceland. Here's a detailed itinerary of all the places we actually stopped, including the locations on the Golden Circle that we got out and walked around and explored. And stay tuned for the next part of this video series, and I hope you enjoyed.
I was doing a video. It was going, but it was behind your head. That's...